Good morning. I'm glad to be with you this morning. Let me have just a little sip of coffee. I've been reading some Psalms, the Old Testament, the book of Psalms, and many of them are called the Lament Psalms. But I've been reading some Old Testament Psalms. In Psalm 13, I was reflecting just the other night, on Psalm 13. In every life, at some time, a person finds himself in a dark tunnel where no light is visible. You weep, you cry out in frustration, and you plead, Lord, I can't take this anymore. I've no more patience, I've no more strength to hold out. I gotta hear from you today. If you don't resolve this issue, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can't you see I'm desperate? Lord, won't you help me? Don't you see how desperate I'm crying out to you? Have you ever been there? Have you ever been down a road? I think most of us have been there. Sickness, a child sick, a wife or a husband, drawn out of darkness, long-term financial problems. It may be a struggle with grief. Maybe you can't get over the loss of a loved one. It may be an alcoholic spouse. It may be an unsaved loved one. It may be some kind of dysfunctional aspect in your family. Perhaps you're suffering difficulties and problems at work, setbacks at work. Maybe an unreasonable boss, a jealous, spiteful fellow worker. How do you cope every day? When there's no resolution in sight, how do you manage when it seems like your life is falling to pieces? Before you know it, you find out you're like King David. And you understand what David went through. The man is a national hero, a man of God, a singer in Israel. And yet he was a man after God's own heart who suffered tremendously. He was a man of pain. He knew what it was to be in anguish and pain. He was given to fits of depression. He cries out to God, how long is this going to last? His boyhood, growing up as a boy, shepherd boy, just one of several sons in a large family. But when a fateful turn in his family and his life comes to fruition, he finds himself thrown into the limelight. From the moment David killed Goliath, he himself became a haunted man. One moment, he's the toast of the nation. Everyone's singing his praise. The next, he's a terrified young man hiding in caves. He's insecure. He's temperamental. The jealousy, King Saul, the jealousy of King Saul just constantly stirred him up. His stock had plummeted as the shepherd boy's stock skyrocketed. And the women sang their song in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 7. Saul has slain his thousands, but David his tens of thousands. And he was angry. The Bible says in 1 Samuel chapter 18 that Saul was very angry. And that saying disappointed him. David, tens of thousands, me, thousands. What more does he want? My kingdom? So Saul eyed David from that day onward. He eyed him. I think we can get a good mental picture here. Have you ever gotten the evil eye from someone? Have you ever been eyed by someone? Maybe a co-worker or a fellow student or even a member of church. Saul gave David the evil eye, the green-eyed monster. Jealousy. He was jealous of this young man. And for years he hunted him down like a wild animal. Would give him no rest, no peace, trying to destroy his life. But what do? You read some of these Psalms, and David cries out to the Lord, Lord, hear my plea. Hear my story, Lord. I need your help. And let me tell you something. God came through every single time. And God didn't abandon him. God didn't turn his back on him. God didn't walk away from him. God was there every step of the way to see him through it. He wants us to trust him. He wants us to believe and trust him. Put our faith in God Almighty. Have a wonderful day.